Alright.
Not open.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Munchtime with Kingdom Hearts 1.
Let's talk to Phil.
30
here.
minutes for each. 90 minutes.
Let's talk to Phil.
Not yet, Chris.
90 minutes is what, like an hour and a half?
Yes.
We're back.
Sorry.
We're back.
I'll take like an hour and a half.
We're
2
back.
hours at most.
That's fine then.
Alright.
We're back.
I'm gonna get some plantain chips if anybody wants it.
We're here with a tournament. A tournament.
Yeah, we're doing the Phil Cup.
Yeah, we're having a tournament here versus.
Don't attack Phil.
But I might actually do like the cup and the solo and then
Yeah, I think you can.
the time trial.
Sure.
Like if just like right here.
What?
Chris is talking about how he'll do the cups and the time trials eventually.
Well,
Yeah.
like maybe like right now. I'll try and give it a go. Probably.
Yeah, sure. Well, I don't know if it unlocks right now, but yeah, play at least together. Yeah, I think you have to eventually unlock a Phil Cup solo and Phil Cup trial.
Oh, okay. I want to do solo though.
You will.
Alright, let's do this.
Kick their butts.
9. So there's 9 of them, and I'm the 10th one.
Yeah, there's 10 enters in the cup, and you're the 10th combatant.
I'm getting a little salty salt that Chris is beating all these hard enemies on his first try.
Well, Chris is playing on easy. He has also grinded past the point of level where you were, and he also has like a bunch of abilities and power-ups and items that you did not have access to because he's playing on because the game gave him extra.
Come on!
That's okay. Don't be.
Fury Cloud. In
On
like
easy.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
I also beat Leon, which you didn't use an item, which I did.
Okay, I'm not mad. I'm like,
Look at
impressed.
Donald, that was so cool.
It was cool.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You got big feet.
I got him.
See, that's the original color scheme.
I got him.
I had no problem with the trickster, the thing that kicked my butt 5 like billion times.
Yeah, I did it on one try.
And he did it with the fire.
Well, he also saw you do it.
Yeah, even if he got the stove, if he got the stove and I
Oh,
still
also, in beginner mode,
Donald's got
the damage values are fudged. So Chris is doing more damage than you are on even if you were the same level. Chris is doing more damage on average, and the enemies are doing less damage. Like, see, he just got hit by fire, and his health barely moved. The damage values are fudged on easier and harder difficulties. See? Took damage again. Like his health didn't move. So that's essentially the difference. That's one of the differences of many. This is also the reason why you can't get the secret ending with this mode. Because it's too easy to beat some of the
You
optional
can't?
bosses. You can't.
So there's no secret bosses? Hey!
No, there's still secret bosses, but you won't get the secret ending for completing the
What's the
game.
point of doing the secret bosses?
Just doing them for fun. Like,
Yeah,
you can still
what?
complete the journal. But see, like, Chris is, like, not taking any damage from any of these hits.
Oh, wait, there's more?
Yeah, there's one more somewhere. There he is. He's just walking around.
I'm actually a little bit sad.
Why?
When I'm gonna play Olympus and King Hearts 2, I'm gonna be like really mad because I can't level up.
Yeah, that does. So we've
It's
talked
really
about it.
annoying.
Yeah, we've talked about it before, but Kingdom Hearts 2 doesn't let you level up into the Coliseum fights. And I know why. They don't want you to be able to grind too easily. But the problem is, like, you've seen all of the areas. You've seen 90% of the areas in Kingdom Hearts 2 right now. And, like, they're actually kind of small.
Very small.
And the best grinding places you haven't seen yet. But they're all, like, 3 hallways.
All of the worlds are very small compared to these worlds.
Yeah, and that being said, you do spend twice as
Why
long
are they
there.
asleep?
I don't know why. But you do spend twice as long in those worlds.
If someone gets asleep,
Because you get to come back to them.
Wait, I just killed them in like 3 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be nice.
Yeah, it is.
You're spending twice as long in
And I'm
smaller
a really
areas.
high level. I'm a really high level.
And the combat is slightly more engaging.
I'm a really high level. I
Yeah, of
haven't,
course you are.
You
I
are,
haven't
it's
even
true.
died once.
Is there an achievement for not dying once?
I think so.
Probably. And I know I keep saying achievement, it's trophies on the PlayStation.
Come on.
He kept countering, he just kept countering.
Yeah, I did. Come on. And Cloud only had 1 bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow I gotta go to school.
Did he say I'm a duck?
I don't know what he said, to be honest.
What's
I
first
learned
one?
the solar method.
I don't know what that is.
My professor kept saying solar system.
Oh my
and
god,
making me laugh.
max HP.
But basically it means
Well, not HP. Well,
sit squarely,
just HP.
open posture,
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was just
Lean.
hitting it like.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
lean forward.
Yeah.
That was it? Wait, what about his head?
Sometimes they don't have all their parts.
No, I mean, what
I forgot
about
what
his
he
head?
means.
So is it like a counseling position?
I did it.
You did it. That was like 5 minutes.
I forgot, yeah. I forgot what the E meant. And then R means relax. What is the E
What
meant?
a champ?
Eye contact.
What a champ, mama?
Eye contact, yes.
Oh, power stars. That's where you get gravity.
Ooh, gravity. Now I just need
Moon
to
shoes,
stop.
moon shoes, moon shoes, moon
So that's
shoes.
what I do.
I just need to stop.
Anti-gravity,
You
moon
sit
shoes.
squarely, open posture.
See if you can do solo now, Chris.
You lean a
What?
little bit,
See if you can do solo.
Okay.
lean forward a little
Yes.
bit, not like
Yes.
eye contact.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
what?
Do it, Chris.
Just okay.
You sit in a way that makes you.
Let's do this.
That's good. So that's like a
I might
counseling
even
sitting
beat
position.
it.
I mean, there's
I
no.
might even beat it by myself.
I
Do
think
know
you can.
that?
You got it, Chris.
I think I can too.
You got it. I mean, there's no
It's
like
just me.
one correct way to
I
like
need
No,
to
no, I
my
know.
help on.
to sit down and.
I'm only
in
nervous.
counseling.
I'm only nervous.
You got it.
You got this, Chris.
There's like no one
Boom!
correct
That was
counseling
easy.
seating position.
Uh-huh.
It's more like whatever feels comfortable and natural to you, but would also
Wait.
whatever
Okay.
also
I'm trying to be
like
brave.
sends the message that you're
Attentive.
you're listening.
Wait,
you're
I just did the
understanding.
10th one.
But that's just the
I'm
like,
number 1.
if you sit like this,
I might die.
Yeah.
what does it look like?
Whoa! I took barely any damage.
Kind of like you're examining me too much.
Exactly. If I sit like this,
Bored.
so like that's just saying like this is probably the best like not
Okay,
the best, but it's like the most
beat.
neutral.
Yeah.
And then like you
So
don't
what
want
was
to.
it like this?
It's like you sit squarely, whatever that means for you. Open body, because if you're like this, it doesn't.
Crossing your arms means you're closed off to
Yeah,
somebody.
you don't want to talk. Open body. You lean in, not too much, just a little bit, so you know, because when you're leaning in, that like
Means
when
you're attentive.
interested. Yeah. But you don't want to overly do it too.
Boom! I
And
did
then-
it!
I like that it's called solar
I
too,
did big.
because it reminds me
I
of the
did
orbits
big
of the solar
feet.
system.
Come on.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Constant.
See?
And,
That's what he
yeah,
does.
I
no.
have AOL. Oh no.
So it
My
makes-
counselor.
Magical.
You got it, Chris. My professor kept saying, "Oh, remember the solar system?" And we all kind of kept laughing.
But
And
that's
I
what
was
it feels like, the,
I was like,
the
"That's
ever-present
cute."
sun.
But he means like, oh, the solar. He was like, oh, it's the method or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm like, I like solar system better.
I like that too, because it reminds me of the presence of the sun.
This
how it's
is
just kind of
really
constant
easy.
and
This is
revolving.
really easy by myself.
I can see that, Chris.
Eye contact. Not too much eye contact
No.
to the point where, because some people are uncomfortable with eye
Yes.
contact, and you also have to remember cultural sensitivity.
Yes, some people, in some cultures, eye contact is an insult, and in others, it's encouraged.
Yeah.
You're not even doing anything. You're just
There's,
walking.
there's even some cultures where there are some Asian cultures where one is slurping is
Uh-huh.
considered a compliment.
Yeah, because it means
And another-
burping after you're done eating.
Yes,
I read
and,
that.
and in another Asian culture, it's considered rude.
Mhm.
And it's like it's just so interesting.
My professor, I told you he was from Taiwan.
Yes.
And he came over here for his master's and his doctorate, and now he works here, obviously.
Okay.
You got this, Chris.
He told us that for him in Taiwan,
I'm just mashing the
because
button.
again, like you said, not all Asian cultures and societies are the same.
Yes.
So for him in Taiwan, I don't know.
But
if it's
that
the
was
same
it?
for-
Yeah.
I just killed one hand and that was it.
I don't know if it's the same for
Large
all
body.
Asian countries,
Sure.
but for Taiwan's
Oh, this guy's
Speaking
called
from his
large
perspective.
body. These guys are called large body.
Yes,
They're
they
not-
eye contact is something
I got max AP.
You got your AP went up. Yes.
Ouch.
like no eye contact
Big.
is a sign of
I
respect
killed him
to
in
elders.
one
Yes.
hit. I killed him in one hit.
I saw.
Which I remember seeing in like certain like
Okay. Why
animes
the
and
quaff?
stuff that like when somebody's getting scolded in an anime, they always look down. They don't
Yes.
look at the person.
Yes.
Whereas here in the U.S. and in Western cultures, we're told to keep eye contact to make it seem like we're paying attention.
Yes.
So yeah, and then he said, and then
There's so much happening.
one of the students asked, he's like, yeah, for kids don't make eye contact
There's
with
so
adults.
much happening right here.
It's a sign of respect. And then he was like, oh, is it a
Yeah,
kid?
ew.
So one of my classmates asked, oh, is it a kid thing? And he was like, for mostly us kids, but even so, like older, like even when somebody gets older, some
Okay.
people don't do it to like the grandparents, so it's
Yes.
like a generational thing.
Yeah,
and
you
then-
did it.
You did, Chris.
Good
There-
job.
That's one of the things that fascinates me so much
The
about
generational thing.
The generation
I'm on
club.
to the second one. This is
Well-
the last one.
is
I
the
shouldn't say
We're
I
on the
love
last
it because I
one,
don't know it.
guys.
Yeah, you got it, Chris.
You
I
did
shouldn't
it.
say I love it
Oh,
because I
God.
don't know it. I don't
Oh,
experience
God.
it. I
Oh,
think I say I'm interested by it. I think it's
Oh!
an interesting concept.
I did
want to
it!
learn more about
Oh,
it.
no.
Like
I
the
did it!
respect for the elders. Which I mean, I feel like we. You did it. I feel like
Combo plus.
nice
I feel like we do experience a little bit in Latin culture too.
to some degree.
No,
But-
I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't think I can.
There's a certain you can probably do time trial.
You got it, Chris.
That's time.
Yeah, you can do it.
I'm kind of.
If
You
you
can
don't do
solve
it,
it.
you don't do it. You don't die.
It's true. You don't die. In
Okay.
Spanish cultures we
This
have
is probably gonna be hard. 3 minutes.
You got it.
in the Spanish culture
I think I
we
can
have
do
a
it.
certain sense, not hierarchy. We have a sense of like
We do have to respect your
Well,
elders,
I
but
can do
not
it
in
like
the same
real
sense
fast.
as,
I can do
certain
it like
Asian
real
cultures.
fast
yes,
on easy
but
mode.
but they're very
3
close.
minutes.
They're
3
very-
minutes, dude. I think I can do it in 3 minutes.
I think you can, Chris. There's a certain like acknowledgement of family that's very
This
important.
thing, it doesn't even like takes time when you're when there's no enemies. I think it doesn't.
That's true. But in Asian cultures, what always fascinated me so much is that they take that dedication to the familial unit and also add it to society at large.
Yeah.
Where like it's not just your family you do it with, it's your boss, it's your teacher.
I did
It's-
it.
It's-
I did it.
It's generation slash
Come on, let's do
yes
it.
slash
Let's
authoritative
do it.
figures.
Let's do it.
You're doing it,
Big
Chris.
Okay.
Because he even said that
Am I
like
gonna pop an arrow?
it's not just a generational thing.
Let's
It's like
try
you
an
do it. You don't keep eye contact with authoritative figures. He's like
Yes.
the counselor should
Okay,
be seen as
let's
an
do it.
authoritative figure.
Let's do this. This is great. Yeah, it only
That's
takes
such-
2 games. It only takes 2.
Yeah. That's such an interesting way of looking at it though. Like, because when you tell me about your experiences with your counselor and your own studies, it seems like a very a relationship that like you have to balance very properly. So I'm thinking about it.
Well, it
I
depends on your
can't
guiding
use
figure.
Yes,
summon.
That's
which
true.
is
But
bad.
it's very interesting to think about it from an.
It's kind of annoying because you can't use summons.
Yeah, but most of the summons you don't need. But from an Asian perspective, it's just like you
Oh
have to
my
assign.
god, I killed
like,
him in like 1 hit.
depending on the theory, or maybe I don't know if they use guiding theories like
Oh.
that more often. It's interesting to see like what type of culture changes. Like
Like once I got Thunder, like once I did one of the tournaments, I like Dodo did Thunder and then it just killed
it's
them
just
all.
over.
You're doing it, Chris.
Just
You're
killed
doing
them
it.
all.
But it's interesting if there are certain
Dude.
perspectives that are somewhat necessary in Asian therapy, where
Oh
like
my god, what
You have to
am
be
You have
culturally
to-
sensitive and
that's
culturally
what I mean.
confident.
and that's what I'm wondering. It's just like if there has to be, even in a relationship, you have to carefully balance. Like, do they
Okay.
see it as a specific type of authority figure, where,
I think-
where it's not the traditional one, but it's one nonetheless.
I think it's
way.
more like it's an authority figure, but in the sense that it's like somebody.
Okay, I'm
it-
almost out of time.
You got this. It's somebody
got
who
it,
they
I
see
got
as
it.
an expert.
Okay.
So
I
like,
got this. I got this.
I'm coming to you because you're an expert in this
This-
field.
okay.
Okay,
Oh, God.
that makes sense if like, especially like as an analogy, like if you're hiring an IT guy for your computer, sure, it's in service to you.
But they're the authority in that.
Yes,
field. At
it's
least-
rude to not acknowledge what they're saying.
At least that's my perspective of it. Again, I don't experience Asian culture. I haven't grown up in it, so I could be
Let's do
completely
it.
wrong.
We're doing it.
I'm doing it.
We're doing it.
I could be completely wrong, but that's
Okay.
that's how he explained it to us in class.
That's just
So again, I don't know. But that's not to say that's not his experience or his explanation isn't to be for everybody,
no,
every Asian person or Asian American.
no, but it's interesting to get a personal.
It's just really interesting, and it makes you think because it's like, what do you do in the situation where you do have somebody like my professor who just came to
Okay.
this country to study, or to
1,
work,
14, 33.
You're doing it.
Okay.
or immigrant to
I only
this
have a
country to
little
live
bit of time
here,
left.
Yeah.
and you
I'm
know,
on to level 3 already. Oh god. The time is rolling.
it's balancing
I gotta do it
cultures.
real fast.
and, you know,
Yeah.
experience a sense of culture shock because I'm not really a fan of assimilating culture, you know,
Oh yes.
because like I don't really like the
You
fact
did
that
sliding dash too? Monkey it sliding down.
Yeah, they like
still.
sliding.
I don't like the fact that I don't like the fact that like it's like
Come on,
Oh, we're a
no! I
melting
only have
pot.
a minute left.
because then you
Yes.
lose some
So close.
unique.
I'm almost out of time.
You got
but
this,
I'm
Chris.
also so
No, you'll have
close.
enough time. You got this.
Oh, last one.
Yep.
Yeah, you got this.
Okay, I'm good.
Well, it's the difference. I've always maintained it's the difference. A good melting pot
just
versus
get
a
the
bad
middle
one.
guy.
is
Just
the
need to get
difference
this guy.
between-
Yes,
well,
I did it.
I know using the word good and bad is
This is easy. Now.
you're doing it is operational there. It can
Come
depend on your context.
on.
But it's the difference
Please don't take me
between
that.
cultural appreciation and cultural
Please don't.
appropriation.
No, but not even that. I just don't like the fact of the simulation where it's just like you come in. Like, of course, cultural appropriation
I
and
did it.
appreciation are a big topic. Yes, that need to be talked about now,
Tech boost.
especially now, like because we have
I
a
did
lot
it.
of
Oh
did
my
all
god.
No, Chris.
we have a lot of incidents
That's
of
alright.
cultural appropriation.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
But I just don't like the like.
So
It's like
do I
oh,
gotta
we're,
equip everything?
Abilities. Yeah, they're in abilities.
it's like oh, we're a big melting
Is it
pot.
only for Sora?
Yeah, only for Sora.
You need to assimilate to our culture and pick up our stuff.
Yeah.
Like I like
Is
the.
that it? That's all I have.
That's all you have.
That's all.
Okay. That's everything.
I like the analogy of like this country being a mixing bowl
Oh,
rather
tornado.
than, or like a salad
I have to
rather
do
than
tornado.
rather than
I really
Melting
want
melting pot, 'cause
tornado.
It
I
sounds
want
like you're
tornado.
eroding things.
I want
That's true.
I want tornado.
Go ahead. That's a Goofy's special attack.
Alright, there you go. I see it. Let's.
Oh, also,
But also no
Did it.
fetishization.
Okay, I
How do
did
you
it.
fetishizing.
Thank you.
Alright,
that.
so are we gonna do more or?
Oh, I mean that's Olympus, Chris. If you want to end the part there.
Oh, but no.
We can. Yeah, I want to end it.
Sure. Chris, would you mind if me and your mom say a few final words?
Oh, my
Oh,
nose
yeah.
is itchy. Sorry, we kind
I
of
don't
went into
really
a deep
mind.
conversation.
It's
while-
okay. The
While
last.
you were
I don't really mind.
Okay,
you
thank
were
you,
doing
guys.
Olympus Cup.
Listen, you gotta strengthen your physical qualities as well as your mental ones. Honestly, I think the last thing that I wanted to bring up was just I think good counseling and it's just a balancing act. And I think more than anything, whenever you're thinking about a different culture or thinking about somebody's needs, you have to realize that quite often the right thing to do is the hardest, and that's you have to keep balancing what you're doing.
Also, you have to be critical of yourself.
That's true, and that's what I mean. You have to keep balancing. It's a balancing act in which it's not always, hey, okay, I have to take the low road, I have to take the high road. It's, oh no, I have to take this road, then this road, then this road, then this road. Mercy's not laughing at me, she's laughing at something on her phone.
Oh my god. No, because I remember how I posted the picture. I took a picture of the flowers you got me and I put it on my Insta story. And then I had my feet on your head.
Yes.
And I posted that on my Insta story. And I was like, why am I so annoying? So my friend who I went to high school with and is in the same counseling program as me, she replied to one of my stories and she goes, look at my story in all caps. It's a picture of flowers and she has her, look, I'll show you. Not that one. Look,
Let's see.
I'll show you, right? It's the flowers
Yeah,
and
I can't see. That's funny.
it's
What?
both.
What?
That's funny, actually.
What? It's a flower.
We did the same thing.
Yeah. She had flowers and then she put her feet up on somebody. Oh, by the way, did you want to say that comment you mentioned earlier about this?
Okay.
What about this?
Okay, I did
Well,
it.
I remember the
I did
episode
it.
you said you wanted to retract what you said.
Oh!
I put it edited in that episode, so when
I
it
did
comes out, there's a
That
minor
was-
note that says
was Olympus.
you did it.
Good job.
I put a minor.
Olympus, the Phil Cup,
Yes.
the Phil Cup, and with Solo, and
Time trial.
yeah.
It was great.
The time trial was a little bit difficult, but I got it. I
You did
got it. It's all about the Hades Cup.
Yeah, we'll get to that eventually.
That's the last cup.
Yes.
Goof, Donald's like.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So I put an edit in at that episode when you said it, just to say that, oh, Mercedes made a mistake. She said she wants to, it was a generalization. She meant to say, she was mentioning his head wrap, and that's just the first word that came to mind. Sorry for
It
any
is a
offense.
chest.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I'll
There's
say
a
it in the
chest
next
over
part.
there. What are you?
There is.
What are you doing here? Mega Potion. Why didn't Sora open the chest with his Keyblade before?
I don't know.
Why did he look?
Oh, that's chest is special. Alright, guys.
Special?
You good with ending this much time here?
Yeah.
Alright, Chris,
Hey.
sign us off.
Look up champion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sign us off, Chris. Say goodbye.
Yeah. Bye.
Perfect.